It's early fall in Virginia, and that means the crops are coming out of the fields. The undergrowth is starting to die back a little bit. I'm gonna be in the fields for as long as I can until the next round of crops gets planted. While it's available, I'll be hunting it. And I'm glad that you're gonna join me today on the Central Virginia battlefields to do a little relic hunting with the battlefield walker. The thing about relic hunting to me, you're following in the footsteps of people that have been relic hunting the Civil War battlefields for years. I think of all the soldiers who were here because this was their home and they were defending their home. But I also think of the young men who'd come from far away, fighting for the reunion of their country. So, crops are out of the field. It's time to get busy. I don't have much time.
Something in this clod, probably a little buckshot. Yep, that may be modern or it could be out of a bucking ball. Got something and it's out of the hole. Here we go. 69 caliber round ball. All right, we're on the board early. Got something in this dirt clod. Oh, there it is. Another buck. All right, this one started out sounding like a bullet, but now it sounds like a button. Oh, another buck. We've gotten into a little nest of bucks. We may be digging these a lot in this area. Another buck. Let's see what that is. That looks like your classic pull tab. Ah, yes, the wonderful Civil War soda can pull tab. This is a good example of how sometimes you dig a target that doesn't sound too good, but it's kind of iffy. This sounded nice, but the numbers were wrong. And now that I've gotten deep into the hole, everything is looking way better. Another buck. Okay, yet again, this has gotten interesting. I just pulled a buck out of this hole, but I'm getting good signal still in the hole. The pinpointer's not hearing it. Okay, it's a deep one, still in there. Uh-oh, I see iron. I'll be darned. So, we got a buck out of that hole, and we got our first Union 3-ring bullet, 58 caliber, and we're still showing something down in the hole. Last time we hunted, we found several bullets in one hole. Uh-oh, I definitely just hit something. All right, that looks like iron. That could be a little cartridge box buckle or something. I don't know what that is. All right, got something in my hand. Oh, looky there. So there is another Union 3-ring bullet. That's 2 bullets out of this hole, and something still in the hole. I've got signals in both sides of this hole. All right, more iron. I don't know what that is yet. It looks like a little cartridge box buckle, and that's what it is. So this could be a whole cartridge box down here. Okay, we got one hole here, and out of that one hole we got a buck. Then we got a 3-ring bullet. Then we got another 3-ring bullet. And then we've got the remains of a cartridge box buckle, and we've got a complete cartridge box buckle. So what do you think? Do we have what's left of an old cartridge box that was discarded with a couple of bullets in it? Or is there more down here? Let's see. Still got a little signal down in here. Okay, I just hit something. Looks like a bullet to me. There it is. Looky there. Can you see it? So that's the 3rd bullet we've gotten out of this hole. Now I'm gonna tell you something. This bullet does not have as pretty a patina on it. It looks like it's corroded. If a bullet has laid in the ground in its own black powder, it will corrode like this. So this is getting more interesting and more interesting. I'm really hoping I get more signals in this hole, which could mean I've got a place where soldiers dumped some stuff. We're still in that same hole, and I'm getting another signal. This is getting exciting. Okay, we dug it up. There it is. Hello. This bullet has been sitting in black powder for a lot of years. That excites me. Okay, this is getting better and better. That is a percussion cap. Because of what I found, I'm going to dig this hole out even deeper and just see if I get any more signals. As I'm digging out this hole, I'm finding evidence of more rust. Okay, it just keeps getting better. I just showed you that rust spot there. And that wasn't junk, that was 2 buttons. Now these are little iron buttons. We normally call them underwear buttons or shirt buttons because they're made of tin, not brass. They're tin. We got a pretty big hole here. Nothing terribly exciting, but the idea that it's all together is really cool to me. There's the hole that we dug. I've dug about 2 feet and I'm listening really hard for more signals, but I'm not hearing them. 1 hole, 2 cartridge box buckles, 4 bullets, a buck, 3 percussion caps, 2 little personal buttons, I guess you could call them. If I saw any glass or any ash, like from a fire, I would widen this hole and keep going. I'm not seeing any of that. I think it's time to close up this hole and move on. I don't see anything yet. How about you? First time in 150 years it's seen the light of day. 69 caliber round ball. Whatever this one is, I predict it's going to be pretty deep. Another 69 caliber round ball. This place has been buckshot heaven. But we are finding a ton of bucks out here. A ton of them. All right, we got a shallow one here. Another 69 caliber round ball. Boy, this is a 69 caliber day. Well, I didn't even video this one because I was sure it was junk. But I rarely dig shell fragments out here. But that's a shell fragment. Don't dig many artillery shell fragments on this farm. Maybe 150 years ago, a Civil War soldier dropped something right there. Another buck, I bet you. Ho, 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 ho. I see green. Ho, 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 ho. I see green. First button of the day. And it's a little cuff size. It looks like an eagle button. We'll check it when we get home. That looks like a little cuff size eagle. Always happy to find a military button off a Civil War soldier's uniform, because only God knows how many battles that little button witnessed. All right, another buck. Wow, it's a lot of them in here. That's a little piece of camp lead. When you find a Civil War camp, you find all kind of little chips of lead. Sometimes the soldiers sat around whittling on bullets. Sometimes they pulled bullets apart to use the black powder to help them start a fire. And then they just toss the bullet in the fire and you get melted lead. We just call that camp lead. Oh, what is that? I see green. Oh, I don't know what that is. It's a spring and something brass. Uh-oh. I might see round. What do I see there? Nope, it's octagon. What is that? Probably a drain plug off of a piece of farm equipment or something. All right, we're pretty close, but not right on it yet. If I get a good bite, we may get it out of there in one chunk. Another 69 caliber round ball. All right. Wouldn't it be cool if you could somehow know, like when you find a bullet, wouldn't it be cool if you could know who shot that bullet and on what date did he shoot it? Did he hit what he was shooting at? Did the bullet he fired hit a human being? Round ball? Most likely the area that we've been hunting today is Battle of Gaines Mill, 1862, because we're finding a lot of 69 caliber round balls. Because by 1864, when Cold Harbor was happening, Most of those old 69s weren't being used anymore. Everybody by then had good rifled muskets. All right, I just dug a little hole and I see a little green. You see it? And my hopes are up. Oh yeah, that looks like a button. Let's just hope it's got a front on it. Nope, just a button back. I'm 2 feet away from where I dug that button back. I thought you might like to hear what the pinpointer sounds like. It sounds like this. So something's right there. Right on it, right there. Now, are we going to see white for lead, or are we going to see green for brass? It's always a treasure hunt. You don't know what you're going to get. All right, there he is. Now that is an oddity. That, my friends, is a 69 caliber 3-ringer. Now, a little education. They developed, a French guy with the last name of Mini came up with the mini ball. A mini ball is not a ball. A mini ball is a bullet with 3 rings, generally. And they made some 69 caliber mini balls to fit those old 69 caliber muskets. And here is one. That's 69 caliber. That's bigger than the 3-ring bullets we normally find. But a 69 caliber bullet's kind of unusual find. I wouldn't say it's rare, but you find 30 58 calibers for every 69 you find. So that's a great find. I'm happy with that. Right here is where I found the button back, and then right over here is where I found the 69 caliber bullet. Right here I'm getting a signal. All right, so we're still in the hole. What's it gonna be? A round ball, 69 caliber? A 58 caliber Union bullet? A 69 caliber Union bullet? Or something green? You see that green right there? Is that green? Oh yeah, that's green. Okay, very cool. This is what's called a finial, and a finial would be on a leather pouch, and when you opened the pouch, you pulled the leather had a hole in it, and you pulled the leather off the finial. When you wanted to close the pouch, you pushed the leather back over until the finial went through the hole. But that's a pretty cool find. Okay, so we've got a finial in this hole, a 69 caliber in this hole, and a button back was in this hole. Very close to where I was before. A stainless steel washer. That ain't what we're looking for. All right, we're a few feet further along. We'll try to get a good bite. Pop something up here. Right there. In fact, I think I see it. Yep. Look at that. You see that white? Right there. That's a bullet that hadn't seen the light of day in many moons. 69 caliber round ball. That's why we're finding so many bucks out here today, because for every ball that was fired, 3 bucks were fired. But there you go, 69 caliber Battle of Gaines Mill. Well, look what else we dug up. Guess you golfers know what kind of ball that is. I don't. One thing I do know, it's not a Civil War ball, I don't think. That sounds like brass. So I'm gonna hope that it's a button, and whatever it is, I think it's pretty shallow. So we're gonna just pop it. Oh, look there. Do you see it? Oh, I know you see it. Oh, green roundness. I think that's a button. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought it sounded like brass. That's a coat-size General Service Eagle button. I love that green patina that brass gets after it's been in the ground a long time. A lot of times that green patina comes off. You can see the eagle's already looking brown where my finger grazed it. But that's a coat-size Union Eagle button with a good shank on it. And that is a good find. Wouldn't you love to know the exact date that guy last buttoned this button? With this signal, it doesn't sound all that great. I see something. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? Oh, that's just a piece of glass. Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to haunt my dreams. That is glass that dates back to the Civil War, pretty sure. Yeah, it's probably from a patented bottle. In my hand is where you are, and you're just a daggone buck. Another buck. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh, looky here. Look, look, look. Uh-oh. You see green? I do. That looks like a button. What kind of button? Okay, that's a 4-hole button. That's just a kind of a domestic metal brass button. Not military issue, but could have been on a shirt or a pair of underwear or anything. And that's a lot of signal too. Man, this has been a good day for green. Do you see it? Ah. Just a bat, but still a button. Got some kind of coin here. Sorry about that GoPro malfunction at the end of the video, but boy, am I going to make it up to you today. I have got an absolute one-of-a-kind relic. Sometime in the 1950s, Gaines Mill was bought by Bemis Corporation. My dad contacted Mr. Bemis and asked him if he could fish in the mill pond. And when Mr. Bemis learned that Daddy only lived a quarter of a mile from the mill, he said, "Melvin, I'll tell you what I'll do." He said, "If you will keep a close eye on the mill and come by once a week and just check on it, make sure everything's okay, I'll give you exclusive permission to fish the pond." Daddy readily agreed, of course, and he enjoyed that arrangement for quite some time. Sometime in the 1960s, Mr. Bemis sold the mill, and he told Dad that it wouldn't be available anymore. And he said, "Melvin, I appreciate what you've done for me. Is there anything out of the mill house you'd like to have before I let it go?" And Daddy said, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is. There's something hanging on the wall of the mill that I would very much like to have." And Mr. Bemis said, "Take it. I don't want it." Well, what it was is a one-of-a-kind artifact from the war between the states. It's this. This is a $100 Confederate bond. In itself, a $100 Confederate bond is not that crazy rare. But what makes this one incredibly unique and truly one of a kind is the signature of who bought this bond. And the signature is Dr. William F. Gaines, the man who the battle was named after, bought this Confederate bond. Of particular note is the date on the bond. Dr. Gaines bought the note June 10th, 1865. The South had effectively lost. The war was just about over, and Dr. Gaines had to know that he was never going to see that $100 again. This is a special piece to me, and it hangs on the wall of my office today. I just love the idea that Dr. Gaines signed this very note, and that he bought it at the very end of the war. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed relic hunting with me on the battlefields of Virginia. I'm the Battlefield Walker. Be good and say your prayers.